Hey guys, and how's it going? I wanted to show you guys a little bit about Volkswagen keys and where that I get them done, and probably the fast and easy way to do it is called key code cutting. And you can go on the Samba or look in the link in the description, find Justin, and he does this stuff. All you do is just send him the code, he sends you a key, and it's a little cheaper than the alternatives. He's pretty inexpensive. So let me show you what you do. Like on this car, and all of them are different, so you got to find the code on the key. So on this one, it happens to be right there. So that's the key code for this car. And I ordered a key. Sometimes he has key blanks that are generic, and they're a lot cheaper, but he only had this for this car. And guess what? I ordered it and it works. I had a key that came with the car, but it was so worn out that it didn't work. But what was pretty amazing is it didn't only work there, but it works on all the locks. So these are all original. Now, I wouldn't have known that unless I had Justin make this key. I can do it with two hands. There you go. So you can see the little lock sticking out. This thing locks and unlocks with that key. So it had a deck lid T-handle that was original. It had original door handles still on it from the car, which is pretty amazing. So if you take your ignition switch out, most of the time the key code is somewhere on that ignition switch. They're not normally right here. They're normally somewhere on the ignition switch, and they're also on the doors. And I believe there would be one on here somewhere. Is that the part number or the key code? I don't know, but usually there's one on every lock. And see that little right there, that little screwdriver thing? If you take that out and you have the lock unlocked, well, it's locked right now, but if it's unlocked and you take that little screw out, I don't think it comes out unless it's unlocked, but you take a little screw out and then this whole cylinder will come out. And then if your keys are not keyed alike, here's what that cylinder looks like when you take it out. And you can see there's these are little shims or what's in there. And there's different numbers on those shims but you can take those out and then usually rearrange them and put them back in. And when you put the key in, well, these ones are a little worn, so you got to kind of wiggle it, but you can kind of see the shims are all down. Some of the ones in the bottom are sticking up a little bit, so you have to kind of wiggle this one a little bit to get it to work because the shims are a bit worn. But if those shims, what you do is you move the shims around to where you put the key in, and all those shims they're not like this anymore, right? They're all sticking out. You put the key in and all of them are all like in, then your keys can work on all the locks. So like with this door handle, I have to kind of, I don't know if you can see that. As soon as I wiggle it a little bit, they all go all the way in. So sometimes they're a little worn from that, from using the door lock a lot. So you'll find that happens. But that's how you rekey. You can rekey all your locks to be alike. So you can take these out, and if you get your keys if you get your locks at Wolfsburg West, a lot of times they use the same key blank now as the original key. So, but if you just need one key for your ignition, check this link in the description. There's a guy named Justin. He's in Pennsylvania or something like that. He does these by mail. I got it, and every time I've had him do one for me, the keys work. So, I mean, I've had guys before cut them off of websites or whatever, and they cut the profile off a little bit one way or the other, and they won't work. And every time I've gotten one from Justin, it fits and it works. You know, as long as the code, as long as it hasn't been rekeyed. Like if somebody else took those shims out and rekeyed it, then it won't work. But usually you can get that key code, and most of the time, I'm saying 99% of the time, it works. So just because nobody usually changes those shims like that. But like if you've got a T-handle off a different car and you've got a door handle off a different car and you want them all the same, and you have different keys for each one and each key works, you can take those keys out and take those shims and rotate them and move them all around and keep putting your key in and taking it back out until you see all of them. When you put the key in, all the shims are all the way up, and then you know that it's keyed alike, and then you can just do that on all your locks and have them all work with the same key versus taking it to one of the key guys and spending whatever $40 a lock for them to do that. That's all they do. So anyway, I thought I'd just make a video on this. I had a video up on this before, but I don't know if I titled it right and the algorithm didn't take it for some reason. So hopefully this one works out better. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.